Hello and welcome to another video. I am actually going to do a steampunk look today. Not so much focused on the makeup being steampunk. My makeup is going to be relatively normal, but I have accessories and clothing and things that I haven't had the chance to really wear yet because my normal aesthetic is more black or gothic, and when I think steampunk I think more along the lines of brown and clockwork type images, and so that's what I'm going to do today. My camera seems to be glitching, so I hope this turns out okay. And once again, I do have my air running because it's summer in Mississippi. It's too hot to not have it running. But at least I did put my mouthpiece in for y'all today, so you're not having to sit through me sounding worse than normal. Because my normal voice is already bad enough, right? Alright, I am putting a hair piece in later, so for now, I'm just getting it up out of my way. And I will have to try to do something to cover up this really bad suntan line I got there. Alright, let's get started. I'm going to use this Bench Liquid Foundation Naturally Flawless. It's a pretty pale color already, so I'm not going to mix it with my white that I have. You can see it's much paler than my skin already. Especially right now because this summer I have been outside a lot more than I have the past few summers. So I have a little color on my face right now. I don't do full coverage things, so that's why I'm having trouble getting all this on my chest evened out. Because I don't like the full coverage makeup. I don't like how it ends up looking real cakey. And so it's not something that I have, really. So we might just have to deal with my chest being real splotchy and not the same color. Okay. I'm going to do the NYX Sketch and Covered Concealer as my eye primer. Okay, I'm trying a new eyeshadow palette that I just received, and this is going to be my first time trying it. It is from BH Cosmetics. It is the Afternoon Rendezvous 16 color palette, and I'm choosing this palette right now for the browns. Really, I'm going for a fairly normal neutral brown color. I do like the looks of these pinks down here, but I'm not going to use them today. I want something more brown, maybe a brown smoky eye. I haven't really planned out my look just yet, but yeah, I'm just wanting it to be fairly normal. So I'm first going to get started with this lighter neutral shade right here in the corner. I'm seeing a lot of kick up in the pan. So this is basically just kind of a skin color on me anyway, a skin color. But I guess it's good for the first transition shade. And I'm going to do this color here. It's darker than the first one, but not as dark as the one next to it. That's going to be my next transition shade. Above my natural crease because I have hooded eyes. Now I am wanting this to look like a normal look that, you know, someone who is into steampunk would wear out and about, rather than to look costumey. So I know Halloween's right around the corner and all that. If you were wanting to do a steampunk costume, you might want to incorporate more artwork on your face. Things like, I can't say a G sound, gear pieces, G-E-A-R, or like clock pieces, that kind of thing. If you had stencils or just wanted to like draw those on your face, maybe those would be good like face art ideas. But if you were going more, like I said, costume or cosplay or type thing, but this is going to be more of just a normal makeup look, and what's going to make everything look steampunk is going to be more the outfit and the accessories that I put on with it. Alright, so now into this darkest brown shade right here for the outer corners. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and put it on my eyelid, my whole eyelid. Make it a real smoky dark color. Why not? I'm getting a flatter brush and bringing that brown under my eye. I do want to bring this eyeshadow out more than I would on like a normal basis going to work type thing, you know? Smoke it out a whole lot and make it real dramatic. I'm going to put some eyeliner on, and I'm also going to glam the eye look up by using this color tattoo from Maybelline, gold glitter on my eyelid. But I want to go ahead and put, I have some brown eyeliner here, and I finally bought myself a pencil sharpener. This eyeliner is very soft, and so the point gets dull on it very fast. Alright, I've never tried this before, and in fact the seal's not even broken on it. Alright, the color tattoo, eye chrome from Maybelline. So I don't know what this is going to look like. We're about to find out together. I like it. It's adding a little touch of pizzazz to the eye look that I think that eyes needed. But I'm wondering, since it is wet product, if it's going to crease. Like, because normally you need to top your products off with some powder or whatever to help it not settle any crease too bad. I'm going to take that medium brown shade and just kind of go over the tops of that liquid product that I just put on, because I think it needs to kind of blend in a little better. Alright, now for the lipstick, I have another new BH Cosmetics product. It's a Color Lock lipstick, and the shade is Seduction. And I'm hoping that it's like a deep maroon. I'm afraid it may end up being a little more purple than I want, but we're about to find out. Yeah, so it is a little more purple than I want for this look, but it'll be okay. It's still a very deep dark color. Wow, I did a really bad job with that. Right, well, let's just ignore how bad of a job I did getting that on, because I don't wear lipstick often enough to be really good at it, and my lips are uneven just like the rest of my face is. So this so far is the finished makeup look, but we still have a long way to go. I have the accessories and everything to put on. Well, I said it was the end of the makeup look. I'm going to do at least a little something with brows real quick, because it's bothering me that they're so pale, and I know if it's bothering me, it's bothering y'all. Yeah.
He's sitting right here, just hoping you're going to invite him in.
Come on.
Go on in, buddy.
You know you're sitting out there waiting on me. You're pitiful. You're so pitiful. Jose needed to come in and say hey. As he's getting older and more sick, he is attached to me, and it seems to give him a ton of anxiety to be separated from me. So he needs to not only be in the same room with me, but literally touching me. And his favorite place is just to lay on my chest and curl up like a baby sometimes. But yeah, he's having some health problems. The vet thinks he has bladder cancer, but because of his age, there's not really much point in doing anything with treatment for him. So you sit down right there, buddy. There, I have brows now. Is that better? For all of you picky brow people out there, is that better that I have some brows on my face now? Alright. One problem that I'm running into is that I don't really have any good earring choices because I mainly wear silver jewelry, but I do have these brown, not brown, gold dangly earrings that sometimes I wear to work. So I'll put them on. They're not perfect for the look, but they're okay. I guess I need to look into investing in some steampunk earrings. Alright, I have a few necklace choices. This is a scorpion encased in amber. This is a Venus flytrap. This has the typical almost clockwork type mechanical look that most people associate with steampunk, but there is also a lot, other than the pendant, the rest of it is silver and amber, and I think this is probably going to be the one that least goes with what I'm going to be wearing. We'll see. And then I have this one that has the half moon, like the crescent moon type thing. I'm going to go with the carnivorous plant. It wouldn't hurt to add one more. I mean, it's kind of mixing up silver and gold and bronze and everything, so I like it though. We'll go with that. Now, for the trickiest part of what I'm doing today, I'm going to be putting some hair falls in. And I've never worn hair falls before, so this is a first time for me. Really, just my normal hair is a really good color with this look, honestly. And I kind of like it. If the hair falls won't work out, we're just going to go with my old hair. The reason I want to try the hair falls though is because to really get kind of a Victorian style with my natural hair that's beyond my skill capabilities, and hair falls are associated with a cyberpunk look. And to me, I mean, I know cyberpunk and steampunk are not the same, but in my mind they kind of go together a little. So maybe what I'm planning is going to end up being more of a cross between steampunk and cyber. We'll see. Are they even? No, they're not. I haven't seen my hair in like actual pigtails ever, I don't think. Right. I got these from Liquid Breed on Etsy. She hand makes them. Oh, the first one went on so easy. Let's try this again. Did I get it? Did I get it? I did get it, but I want them more open forward, I think. So I'm going to put them on again. Alright, I don't think I did bad for my first time ever to put on hair falls. What do you think? Alright, now for the rest of the outfit. Now, if y'all have seen my videos before, you know that I am always telling you that I film in a very small space. And so getting a full body shot can be pretty difficult. I'm going to do the best I can, but I think you're not going to get to see everything in one shot because I am literally, I've got like 3 feet between me and the camera, and I don't have any more space than that. So I have a red skirt, and it can bustle up in the back and look very Victorian, and I have like the bell skirt thing to put on underneath it. I'm not going to do that though because I literally would not be able to fit into this space right now with the whole, you know, full skirt. So I'm not going to be able to do that for the video. You can't really tell, but it is a high-low if I want to wear it just all the way down in the, you know, in the back and everything. But the back of the skirt can bustle up. You know what a bustle looks like. I mean, it can bustle up in the back. And then I have the shirt that I'm wearing is very see-through apparently. And so what you're seeing right there is my feeding tube, and then the gauze that I put around my feeding tube. I've said this plenty of times on my channel, but if you do not know, the reason I speak funny and have to wear a prosthetic. Alright, that's a pretty decent shot of the body of my outfit, and I was saying, but I got interrupted, my shirt is see-through and you can see my feeding tube and the gauze that goes around my feeding tube under my shirt, but I can't help that. You've already seen the jewelry and the hair fall, so this is it. This is the completed look, and thank you for sticking around with me this far. Now, I can't say that I would be okay with wearing this just out and about as my normal look, because it's a little off the beaten path for me, which is saying a lot because I like a lot of alternative looks. But if you were looking for like a costume idea for Halloween or whatever, yeah, this would do it. Or to go to a con, I think I would wear something like this to a con, but maybe not the hair falls and everything for an everyday look. But the rest of it, the outfit, yeah, I would just do something different with my hair. I don't think I would wear the hair falls. I'm not comfortable with them outside of a real, like a true cyberpunk look, really. So it might not go perfectly with the steampunk look. I just wanted to try it and see what I thought. Alright, that is it, you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.